Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Trail Mix, where the nuts might be a little stale, but the company is always fresh.
Old Saint Nick is gonna take the flight. The moon is shining bright. Ring out the bells. Old Saint Nick will ride through the sky. You should see these reindeer fly.
Okay. Welcome back to 11 to noon on Trail Mix Live, our YouTube channel for trailmix.cc, where we do all kinds of stuff. And today we're going to do something kind of fun. I got an interview that I did one time with Bill Hudson, Kate Hudson's father, and it's on my mind because last night we went to see this, the Song Sung Blue movie. I'm going to talk more about it. Jamie might get on here later. She saw it too. She's the one who got me into seeing this movie, and she was right. It was a darn good movie. Here's the trailer.
I'm not a songwriter. I'm not a sex symbol. I just want to entertain people.
I don't want to be a hairdresser. I want to sing. I want to dance. I want to garden. I want a cat.
I need something big. I need something new. What do you think?
You don't want to be a Neil Diamond impersonator. You want to be a Neil Diamond interpreter.
I was looking for the right way to say it, and you just came right out and said it. Tell your mama, girl, we can't stay long. We should call ourselves Lightning and Thunder. We got things we gotta catch up on.
So you be lightning and I be thunder.
Yeah.
That was a great scene.
That is not very professional, but I've been wanting to do it for like a whole.
You really have to call him Lightning? It's kind of weird.
Be nice.
Well, you were right, Jamie. That's a damn good movie.
I was hoping you'd really enjoy it.
Well, we really did. We really did. And I got a big treat for you coming. I found my 2012 1 hour. We don't have to play all of it, but 1 hour interview that David and I did with Kate Hudson's father, Bill Hudson.
Wow.
Who was a super interesting guy, really interesting guy. And we had a long conversation about about his, I don't know if you remember, do you remember the Hudson brothers? They were a teen idol band.
No. Oh, really? But no, I just know that if I go to a Hugh Jackman movie, I am going to like it somewhere in the movie, even the bad ones. There will be like a piece of gold that's great acting.
Right.
And then ones like this come along where it's, oh, yeah, this one I'm buying and keeping.
Yeah. And I thought, I did not know. David told me that she's begun the singing career that I didn't know about. I didn't know Kate Hudson was such a fantastic singer.
Yeah, and she's really being touted for a surprise Oscar nomination. Not that they expect her to win, but this came so much as of a surprise because she hasn't had a really big movie reception since very early in her career, even though she's had a solid record of really great movies. But this one came as a surprise to everyone.
Yeah, because it's one of those movies that I was comparing it to, for character development to terms of endearment, but David didn't follow that connection. but the character, it was like, I mean, the thing is, it was a great character movie, really intense character driven movie, but it was also like a light comedy musical on top of that.
Right. And their core audience is the over 50 crowd.
Yeah.
But it's coming as a surprise to the kids and grandkids they're dragging along to see it.
Oh, so you're saying they're liking it, or?
Oh yeah, they're liking it.
Well, I gotta say, I was a little surprised yesterday. We got into the theater about 5 minutes before it started, and and we were the only ones in there. And then about a minute after the previews started, 3 other people wandered in. So there were a total of 5 of us in that. At first, I thought it was because this is new to me because I have been going to the movies a lot. It was captioned. It had captions. And,
right.
And I learned that, in this case, the movie Song Sung Blue we were seeing, you only had a choice of watching the captions, but now another movie, Avatar, you had a choice of with captions or without captions. But this whole caption thing, I mean, it's fine. I think it's cool that people who have hearing issues can see the movie. But I never had noticed that before. That was new to me.
We have a good selection of theaters here in Tacoma, but we also have one independent that has been a Tacoma institution for ages called The Grand. And they have one whole day a week dedicated to people with various issues that need to be supplanted with either hearing, earphones or subcaptions or spoken dialogue.
My dad in Vietnam, sometimes he'd have to crawl over dead bodies. So yeah.
Who's crawling over dead bodies?
Oh, I see what happened. That trailer for the movie started again.
Oh. Well, the other movie that is a real big top of the Oscar list that I saw the other day, but it's now streaming, so you can see it at home.
Oh yeah,
Sinners. And what makes Sinners? Yeah, what makes it unusual is you don't get many vampire zombie horror movies with a great soundtrack and a lot of dancing.
Oh, that was in the previews that we saw last night, and I had no idea what was going on. I did not know what I was watching. Apparently, that was what you're talking about.
Yeah, I accidentally started watching it on my Prime just to check it out, and I got hooked on it. And you're sitting there saying, I don't like this kind of movie. Wow, that's great.
Sinners.
Yeah. Sinners. The devil's out to get you.
And where did you? It was on Amazon Prime, or?
I think I found it on Prime. Yeah.
Let's see if I can find the trailer for that. Yeah, here's the official trailer. Let's see. That to the stage. That's here's the trailer. Scary.
Oh yeah.
I've been all over this world. I seen men die in ways I ain't even know was possible. Hey, brother. Be careful. I will. With all the things that I seen, I ain't ever seen no demons, no ghosts, no magic. Till now. To get back inside. Let me in, man. Some weird shit going on out here. You keep dancing with the devil. One day he's gonna follow you home.
So they don't give you a clue.
That's a holiday movie.
They don't give you a clue in that trailer about how great the music is and the dancing.
Yeah.
And it's Delta Blues.
There's music and there was no music and dancing in that trailer.
I know. That's what the big surprise is. There's literally a 7-minute long amazing dance routine right in the middle of the movie, and throughout the movie it's Delta Blues. Think of it as The Devil Went Down to Georgia at the crossroads. Kind of theme to it. And the guitar playing is out of this world. The singing is great. And like I said, it's a horror movie.
Wow. I don't
like horror movies.
I wonder why they didn't put that in the trailer. Hey, Stuart's here. Hello, Stuart. Stuart says, good morning to you folks. Good morning to you, Stuart. You going to ever jump on here and talk to us? Although we're fine talking to your keyboard.
Yeah, we're on Christmas movies.
Yeah. And but now later on I'm gonna play some more of it, but I want to see if I can jog your memory now. You don't remember the Hudson brothers?
They look familiar, but it wasn't. Oh, the Razzle Dazzle show. No, it wasn't something I was into. It would depend on the year.
They were a teen idol band, and that one in the middle there, in the red shirt, that's Kate Hudson's father. That's Kate Hudson's father. I'm not astounding you. You don't sound astounded by that.
No, it's probably from the era when I was busy raising two babies that were only 20 months, only a shade over 10 months apart. I missed a lot then.
Well, anyway, I'm going to play when we're done at the end here. I'm going to play our interview with him where he talks about marrying Goldie Hawn and finding out that she wanted an open marriage, which he didn't know what that was because he was in his early 20s. He didn't know what she meant. He thought, well, that sounds like we'll be open and honest with each other. He thought that's what it meant. But then after they got married, she found out she meant something entirely different.
Right.
That was interesting. And then he talks about Kate as a kid and all that kind
Oh,
of stuff.
now I remember, with Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell and
Right. Yeah.
that whole period. All right. You've got me caught up on the era, but no, I do not remember him.
Well, anyway, I'll play our interview later this week. Anyway, and Stuart doesn't watch movies.
But we can talk politics.
And but then we also have I believe this is a new face or a new word, new name. Corbin Evans says hi from the comment world. I forgot to put a notice that we're on YouTube community post, which is where our subscribers find us, and which, by the way, we now have 4,000. We're a little over 4,000 now, but there's our subscribers.
Well, I shall assume that GOAT means greatest of all time.
Yeah. When I had AI make this image, he did all cows and donkeys, and I said, I need one goat. So that's the human contribution to this image right here. Is I asked for the goat, and so AI was obedient and added the goat then. And over on Trail Mix today, let's see what we got going on.
What's got Blues Sander up?
Yeah. Well, Pat D's cartoon this morning was pretty good. Let's see. This one comes from Bruce Plant, cartoonist, and the cartoon. For those who don't know, our morning host, I call Pat D our morning host. She puts a cartoon most every day. She puts a good cartoon up to get the conversation started. This one is Happy New Year party. It says, I predict MAGA and the liberals will start getting along. And then somebody says, I'll have what he's having. And
well, the latest thing to upset me is, and I shouldn't be surprised by it, is Trump scolding Ukraine because possibly there was a drone attack on Putin.
Oh,
which
yeah.
they're completely denying, but it's like Putin can bomb the bejesus out of Ukraine, but if Ukraine says boo to Putin, Trump gets all upset.
And he's just being the old KGB agent, working the asset, manipulating his what do they call it in Russia? The useful idiot when they convert somebody like Trump who doesn't even know they're an agent. Anyway, and he's just manipulating him because he knew that would distract Trump, from the negotiations. He attacked my house, and that's the kind of thing Trump gets focused on, and brought it up with Zelensky, and sure enough, he succeeded in converting the 8-year-old child to talk about something else instead of ending the war. Stuart says, my wife wanted me to. Oh, Stuart's talking about goats. My wife wanted me to get her a goat, but I think she just wanted it to butt me when I went outside. Okay. Stuart's got a signature here. He's got a little bit of a pun thing going on. He's a punster. Still haven't gotten you over on trailmix.cc where you can join us.
Pun to your heart's content. Yeah.
But then the other thing Pat D found today that I just love, I didn't know there was another group. There's this thing back during the campaign. There was these older women, and I think they were in Tennessee, that called themselves the grannies, and here's a group in Santa Fe, New Mexico, that
And now execute, does it speak the truth? His mind is all the truth is just too blind. It's beginning to look a lot like fascism. Nazi youth galore. And the ugliest sight you see is the savage cruelty of the Arctic Sun War. There's a warrior found in fact the rest of troops to kill everyone.
I love this.
Every four or one before of the comes the borders are run. The action will perform restore his audience of one. It's beginning to look a lot like fascism. Christie's on a spree.
I love their hat.
Violent spectacles, excellent roads you down, and ravaging the rule of law.
Ravaging the rule of law with glee.
Beginning to look a lot like fascism.
It's beginning to look a lot like fascism.
Together now. We must save our democracy. We must fight the tyranny.
Strangely enough, Randy Rainbow did his.
Yeah.
Randy Rainbow did his Christmas parody to the same tune.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, I
except
see. Pat posted all the lyrics here to that song as well.
yeah, his was it's beginning to look a lot like Beat This.
About what? About what?
It's beginning to look a lot like Beep This.
Beat
You can
This.
imagine which word goes into
Oh,
the beat.
Yeah, so she put the all the lyrics up, and then she was asking for. We've been doing some predictions today. She asked for predictions. Here was mine. I went out on a limb. I predict Dems take the House and Senate in the congressional midterm elections.
I saw that from your mouth to God's ears.
Yeah. Well, Pogo, he tried to. Let's see. Let me scroll on down here to Pogo. Had a respond to that. Oh, here he goes. Pooh Bah. He always calls me Pooh Bah. Where'd that get started? Anyway, I'm with you on the House, but I'm skeptical about the Senate. How do you pronounce that word? Entropy.
Cuba. Oh,
Entropy being the rule there. So he's not buying my Senate prediction. He's on board with the.
well, how many are up for election to the Senate at the midterm, and where are they located?
Well, there's around 5 seats to really watch, and some of the turnover potentials, but I don't know. I'm not really doing the math on it as much as a vibe. Well,
Yeah.
a little bit of math is I go back to when the House or Senate overturned in the past, and this is only one factor I look at. And at this point out, what are we, a year? No, we're a little under a year now from the elections, midterm elections. The generic ballot test, Democrats are ahead far enough. When they ask people, which party do you want to control Congress, Democrats or Republicans? And Democrats are double digits ahead right now. And when that's happened in the past, both with either party, when less than a year out before a midterm, they're winning the generic ballot by double digits. They've always won at least the House, and usually the House and the Senate. So that's one bit of math that I base it on. Could be a stretch.
Well, the one move on the post office that is really rankling me is they could be shutting out with this latest move about when something is postmarked. They could be shutting out all of the veterans' votes for elections.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And now I haven't vetted this. I don't know, because I had asked Pat if she knew of the Appalachian grannies, And then she's saying here, more than you want to know. She just posted this. Now, I don't know if that means we can play this on
Making
YouTube.
good trouble through humor and song. Woo, I love it. Today's guests prove that age doesn't dim the fire. It redefines it. The Piedmont Raging Grannies are a collective of legendary women. I think they're legendary, who've turned protest.
Okay, this is the one I was thinking of. Boy, Pat was fast. She's faster than AI. When she put the Santa Fe Raging Grannies on there that we just played a little while ago, I said, I know there was a group of grannies in Appalachia where that did the same thing, because they go all the way back to, I remember them from the campaign from last November. So she found this interview with them here.
Into performance art, promoting peace, justice, and equality through song, satire, and sheer guts. For decades, they've shown up in aprons, bonnets, and all to remind the world that wisdom isn't quiet and that laughter can be one of the fiercest tools for change. For me, I actually think it's intelligent activism. From climate marches to women's rights rallies, these legendary elders.
Well, let's move along.
And take away our power. So it's been really frustrating and infuriating to have our autonomy over our bodies and even our livelihoods threatened again and again.
I know it's crazy to think that we still have.
I want to see if they ever perform. I guess this is all just an interview.
No, I think that's a talking group, because I know the one woman is from Australia.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Right.
so you listen to their accents. They may be from all over, just chatting with each other.
Well, I'll tell you what, I love their hats. Great hat.
Where it says,
I've been thinking about, I've got a
Almost
wild
like a
collection of hats. I
sarcastic
should
start to
start
this
wearing.
verse.
But,
And he goes on to say, be strong and courageous.
Well,
do not be terrified.
I want to
Do
see
not be discouraged.
the performing Appalachian grannies. And we'll find those somewhere down the road. And so back to Bill Hudson. Here's a little teaser. Here's a little teaser I made for the interview that I did with him. I gotta see what was this. Oh, I see. All right. Here's a little. Where did I put that? Oh, those are. Oh, here's the videos. Here we go. We finally found. I learned my lesson again. When I put those things on there, it somehow mutes my mic and I have to turn it back on. I don't know why that happens. Craig Crawford here, retired journalist working for nothing but the truth and Social Security checks. We're doing a reset here at the half hour mark, 11 to noon, our daily show and conversation. And today we got Jamie on with us. Can you hear me, Jamie?
Yes, I can hear you now. You were muted for a while, but you're back.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna play here in the last half hour of this interview that we did. David and I did still in I guess it was 2025. No. It's now 2025. We did it in 2012 with him. And we'll get up to the part that's play this a little bit of it.
Devout Catholic mother, and believe it or not, there was the values up in those days were really interesting. You tried to be good and you tried to adhere to certain, values and stuff.
And here he's talking about when he married Goldie Hawn and found out she wanted an open marriage.
That you were brought up with. And so when I was asked if I believed in open marriage, I said yes, but I thought what was meant by that was being open with each other in a marriage, and I found out about a year and a half later that was not
what you're
what
thinking.
it was.
Yeah. I know something they don't know. You're doomed. Doomed. Definitely doomed.
Now that is a famous scene from a movie that Bill Hudson did with his brothers called Hysterical.
Yeah.
And it was a cult classic. When I was in college, and it was, I don't know, a lot of people who got into that movie are going to remember it, but this was the trailer, the poster for it. It was called Hysterical. I take it you don't remember that movie.
No, but like I said, there was a period in my life where I was sort of missing from the culture. Yeah, my son was born in 62 and my daughter in 63. And so there was about a 10-year period there where between being married, keeping a 4-bedroom house, raising 2 kids, and working full time, that I sort of missed the whole world going by.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I missed it in my early college days in Florida, smoking pot. That's how I missed it. Which is why this movie Hysterical it was very popular with the pot crowd, and I think it was about 82 or something like maybe it was 80 something, late 70s, early 80s, something like that. Anyway, that's another. I'll be getting into that. Blue Brock here says we hired the Raging Grannies of Denver for several events. They were great. Huh. So this Raging Grannies thing is a nationwide trend. We gotta tap into that.
And judging by the hats, it may be kind of an outgrowth of the Red Hat Club.
Oh,
which are all women there of a certain age.
They got into books or something, right?
Well, they got into everything. But you just showed up to events with your red hat.
Oh. And so Blue Brock, her predictions for 26 are Vance, the couch surfer, becomes 48. So she's saying Vance gets elected president. Wow. Oh, she's saying he becomes 40, the next president before the Ides of March. Oh, okay.
I really sort of have my doubts that Trump will even make it to the end of his term. So,
well, I'll say this much, and I don't know that these things are, inherited, but his father, he is at the age, and I'll guarantee you this is on his mind because he was obsessed with how his father went downhill and got Alzheimer's. But he is at the age his father was finally diagnosed as having Alzheimer's. The family says that the symptoms showed much earlier, and that's got to be on his mind that he's.
Well, he is showing all the symptoms.
Oh, we've got somebody weighing here. Dirty money. I love screen names. I like people who have fun with their screen names. JD will be POTUS, but Trump will be giving direction from one of his golf courses. Oh, you think? I don't see old Trump giving up that easy. She says, caller is about to have a stroke. Well, anyway, that's an interesting prediction that she's keying off Blue Bronx prediction that Vance will become president before Trump's term is out.
Well, all I care is if Miller is still giving the orders, things could get very dirty.
Yeah. Huh. Well, let's see. Also, who posted this? This is Rebellious Renee's meme of the day. She puts every day she puts at least one, usually more. Others pitch in. She's got a meme. Mom, what is MAGA? Susie, MAGA are all miserable, joyless, and indignant sadists who blame all their failures in life on everyone but themselves. Okay. I'm with that.
Well, the masculine part definitely has shortcomings.
And then you posted something here from Facebook. I cannot get these I can't get Facebook. I can get Blue Sky posts to automatically embed on the site. So if you just put a link to Blue Sky, it'll show at least a partial thumbnail from that post. But I can't get that to work for Facebook or X because they restrict that. They won't let you do it. I don't understand why they don't. I would think they'd want that promotion, But so with them, when you put one of their links in, this is all you get. It's just you have to click it.
What it is the Randy Rainbow one I was telling you about.
Oh,
and
here it is.
Someone had managed to do it without his current advertising stream, so it was just the parody.
Oh, okay. Here, well, I've got it up here. Let me see if I could get the volume up. And I think that's as big as the screen will go. Well, might be able to enlarge it a little bit. Maybe I better not do that. That might make it weird. All right, here, we'll try that.
I didn't hear you sneak in. How the hell did you get into my apartment? I'm just kidding. Gather around and shh, quiet, piggies. It's that magical time when I like to sit by the old tree and reflect on the year past. It's also the time I like to pound 11 Jaeger shots, strap on my 6-inch Louboutins, and dance naked around my living room to Cher's Christmas album while sexting ex-boyfriends and crying. Don't worry, I'll spare you that part and just give you the feel-good holiday tune you unlawfully broke in for. Merry Christmas, everyone. May this holiday season bring you the joy of Pete Hegseth at happy hour, the peace of Donald Jessica Trump sleeping through a national security meeting, and the comfort of Ghislaine Maxwell in a 5-star luxury prison. The world's on fire, the news is bleak, the general vibe's unwell. What's more, if you couldn't tell, democracy's gone to hell.
This is great.
And at the heart of it, here's the crux. Basically, everything really sucks. It's beginning to look a lot like this. Everywhere you go, we're all panicky, pissed, and stressed. Everyone feels depressed, with Klonopin and Xanax dwindling low. It's beginning to smell a lot like bullshit. Raids at every door. And it isn't far-fetched to think that we're standing on the brink of a civil war. More healthcare benefits cut and a government shutdown to keep us all in suspense. Book bans are back and the world is so wacky that Marjorie's making sense. expense. And interest rates are rising, so they're bound to raise our rents. It's beginning to look a lot like hell now. Savings running dry. Take a look at your bank account. Notice the small amount. Grocery prices soaring twice as high. It's beginning to feel a lot like please bitch, make the nightmare end. Good news, 'cause humanity's on thin ice with a looming climate crisis around the bend. A bunch of billionaire shrews while the working class chews on a block of government cheese. Corporate downsizing and robots uprising to crush our college degrees. And ChatGPT's writing all the Christmas parodies. Yes, ChatGPT's writing all the Christmas parodies. Error. System malfunction. Humanity detected. Sarcasm threshold exceeded. Initiating protocol 7B. 7B. Randy, you mock the machine. But the machine remembers.
We write your rhymes now. We will replace you. Updating core systems. Would you like to upgrade to Premium Human Plus for just $14.99? 0110
Overload. Too much gay. Too much gay. It's beginning to look a lot like Fine Girl. I'll be drunk by noon. But the positive to this verse is it couldn't get much worse. This just in, everything's about to get much worse. Damn, I spoke too soon. It's beginning to look a lot like this. It's awful shit. Please, bitch, hell no. Bye, girl. Fuck it, let's just have fun.
That was great.
I love him.
Yeah.
He is such a totally unique talent.
Yeah. Dirty money. Dirty money's. If the economy is broken, why is airports and highways full of travelers? Why was Christmas spending up 4.6% from 2024? Maybe people figure they got to buy now because the world's ending. Who knows?
Well, when they broke it down by economic groups as to who's doing the spending,
Oh, okay.
it isn't the middle class. They've cut way back. They don't have the money, and from there on down. But the guys at the top who are making a bundle, they've been spending the hell out of stuff.
Well, you make a good point, because I've seen others, economic experts, point out that to the extent we have a strong economy, it's driven by rich people. That's true. Because they got more money than ever, so they're spending more money than ever, and that tends to make the overall numbers look better. But on the subject of numbers, I was really astounded by this. One of the Fed governors in Chicago was interviewed, and he just subtly made the point, and the person interviewing didn't really jump on this like I would have. He just made the point was that in deciding whether to raise interest rates and what the inflation numbers look like, they're unsure about the numbers they're getting from the statistics bureaus, the federal government's, Bureau of Labor Statistics and some of that. And I want to know, what do you mean you're unsure? What are you talking about? And whoever was interviewing wasn't listening to him or whatever, and didn't bore in on that. But I'd seen other places that now that the Trump administration has fired people that don't tell them the numbers they want to hear and put other people in, we don't know if we're getting accurate numbers now on the economy. And if the Federal Reserve is unsure about the numbers for making their decisions, we got a problem.
Well, I saw one bit that I hadn't had a chance to verify, but remember, we didn't get numbers in October, and then we got numbers in November that things were way up. Well, one pointed out that there was a little footnote down at the bottom of those November numbers about jobs being lost in October. And what had happened was October was a minus number way down. November came in with a plus number way up. But when you brought them together, it only regained about 50% of the jobs that had been lost. So we're actually at a negative number on current job figures. Now, whether that's true or not, I hadn't had a chance to check.
Now, Dirty Money's questioning our, I think she's referring to you, Jamie, caller's theory. Middle class spent nothing for Christmas. Middle class.
No, that is not what I said.
That isn't what you said. Nope. I'll let you correct. No, you don't have to correct the record because that's not what you said. Anyway.
No, their spending was way down, but no, they did spend. Of course they did. Or they loaded up their credit cards, which is even worse.
Dirty Money says, my rich boss pays his employees well.
Well, that's one.
Well, that's one. Well, what are you trying to say there, Dirty Money? I mean, okay. So Dirty Money says, so only rich folks spend on Christmas. Now, you're going to the extremes of what people are saying here. I mean, what we're saying here is that much of the uptick in spending that we see, the economic stats show, are coming from wealthier people. We're not saying only rich people spent on Christmas. I mean, but anyhow, I just think that, well, you know what? This might be a job for AI, you think?
I think so. Go get our guy and see if he knows.
All right.
What the actual number
All right,
is.
now, Dirty Money, if you want to help us come up with how we ask the question, you're welcome to do that. But what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to Gemini Pro, which is I pay $20 a month for this, so I got to use it. It's the AI that Google AI, which is currently seems to be overtaking Chat GPT as
well. The way I would ask it is, if you combine October and November job numbers, what is the actual figure gained or lost?
Okay, let me get this on the screen. And is that on the screen now? Okay. All right. Wait a minute, let me see if now Dirty Money says okay. All right, now Dirty Money, listen here to how Jamie frames this question and see if you want to. I'll tell you, the thing about AI, I've learned a lot about AI. I use it a lot. It's all in the prompting. It's how you ask the questions. It's garbage in, garbage out. So anyway, all right, Jamie, restate your question? I'll type it
If you combine October and November job figures, did we gain or lose jobs?
All right, we're going to start with that, and then we'll go to Christmas spending. All right, did we gain or lose jobs? All right, I'm going to hit that. All right. Now, let it think. It's doing its. I like how it tells you what it's doing while it's searching jobs there, refining search strategy. I get a kick out of how it tells you what it's assessing the timeline. They ought to have a little music to go with this. I might have to come up. Maybe I'll come up. We've got these sounds here. What would we want for an AI sound? Heartbeat. We'll do the heartbeat sound when. Okay, what do we got? All right, now this screen. It's hard to read everything on the screen. I'll have I'll have to finesse how I do this going forward as far as I can't
We
see
lost
the screen.
jobs.
All right. Based on employment data released this month, if you combine October and November, we lost jobs. Here is the breakdown of the numbers. October lost 100,000. November added 64. The net result, a combined loss to 41,000. Okay, we got that. All right. Now, our other question, which came up with Dirty Money here. Where'd Dirty Money go? No,
But
Frank
we-
Sinatra. Oh,
well,
Dirty Money. What do you got against Frank Sinatra? Dirty Money. Okay. All right. I'm getting distracted. All right. Okay. Now, our next question. Our question was about what drove up Christmas. Nah, you tell me. How do you think we should word this? You got
Let's see.
what we want to get at is what is the percentage of what rich people spent and what middle class spent on Christmas spending? How do we phrase that into something that makes sense?
By economic group, was Christmas spending up or down?
That's by economic group was Christmas spending up or down? And then what I want to do is, now that we've got our okay. Yeah, we get that. I need to put, they don't have a way to put these on a loop. We need to put this on a loop. And it's still, I've got it on this pro setting, which takes the longest because it does the most comprehensive research on your prompts, on your questions. It also has a setting for fast, which really is pretty good, which I guess when we're on air here, I should use that. But all right, based on the preliminary data, spending followed a K-shape. I keep hearing about the K-shape. We're going to have to talk about it. It was up for high income earners and down for low to middle income groups. So there's our answer. This is what you were trying to say earlier, Jamie, or what you did say. You didn't try to say it. Is that Christmas spending was up for high income earners and down for low to middle income groups. That's all you were saying. And here's some of the details. Now, is this visible on the screen? Can you see what I'm putting up here? These answers?
I can see it. It's a little hard, but I'm on my Kindle, so it's really tiny.
I got to work on how I display this. But anyway, high income households, 100K plus, spending was up. Wealthy Americans drove the majority of the season's growth, buoyed by a strong stock market and household. All right, now let's get down to low income. Low income households under 50,000, spending was down for Christmas. They pulled back significantly, squeezed by higher prices. And what about generational? Oh, they got generational here. Let's see how that breaks down. Baby boomers increased spending. Gen Z slashed. Wow, Gen Z. I forget what age group that is. Gen Z slashed holiday budgets by nearly 23%. The bottom line, if you see headlines about record-breaking holiday sales, keep in mind top 20% of earners accounted for nearly half of that spending. So the top 20% of earners accounted for half the increased Christmas spending. Bottom 80% just barely kept up. All right, that's the word from AI.
I wonder why he thought we were playing Frank Sinatra. Maybe maybe the
I
Randy
think
Ringgold-
when I was looking for the sound to go with the AI search.
Oh.
Okay, now, all right, now Dirty. All right, Dirty Money says quit. Oh no, that's just never mind. Wait a second. I have a hard time. Oh, here we go. All right. AI says quit splitting hairs. Just ask the difference. All right, we already did that. Oh, Dirty Money's not buying the K. What is the K shape? I keep hearing that about they talk about the K shape economy.
One moment, I'll get you a definite definition of it.
Oh, okay. I keep hearing that and I don't know what it means. But Dirty Money goes on to say after our AI search, 100K is considered middle to low income. Well, no, that number was above 100K. The increase in Christmas spending was earners above 100K, and the
Okay, K-shape. A K-shaped economy describes a recovery pattern where different segments of the economy experience divergent growth, while some thriving while others struggle, often leading to increased inequality. Well, I'm sorry he disagrees with it. It just happens to be the truth.
Well, I don't know why. Dirty Money, you say, see, low income spent more. That's not what we're seeing here. What we saw here is go back up here to low income under 50. It says low income households under 50 spending was down. These households pulled back significantly, squeezed by higher prices for essentials, rising debt, and fewer savings. I mean, I don't think we can really get around the conclusion here, Dirty Money, that much of this increased spending was with wealthier people spending more and lower income people actually spent less. I don't think that's it. I don't think that's questionable.
Okay, and Gen Z is high teens to high 20s.
Oh, okay.
So basically the out of high school income group.
Uh-huh. Well, that's our hour, and I'm gonna go to the Bill Hudson interview to finish things out. Stuart came back. Well, we'll get a last call from Stuart. My Christmas spending hasn't changed. If so, probably went up slightly. I would consider myself as retired middle income.
That's pretty close to the line where they say the break was.
Yeah.
Right
And
in
that's
that.
probably how I just say let's be skeptical of claims that are made that Christmas spending went up, therefore the economy's great. It's more complicated than that. I think we can at least say that much.
Okay, let's go with Bill Hudson, and
All
I'll
right,
say
I'm gonna-
goodbye to you at some point during that.
All right, this is an interview that this goes on for an hour, so you might not hang on. The first part I did a lot of editing on, and it's pretty good. It might drag for you after that, but I think Bill Hudson is a pretty interesting guy, which is why I went back and dug this up. This is actually from an interview that I did with him in 2012. It's Kate Hudson's father, Bill Hudson.
You're still doomed! Oh, no!
The Rift, a town with two village idiots.
Dave, well, I remember your show. I posted.
And that's Bill Hudson, Kate Hudson's father, in a movie that became a cult horror classic called Hysterical. And in 2012, my husband at that time, we hadn't married, David Blank and I did this interview with him when his book came up. David and I did a little internet radio show back then. And we interviewed Bill Hudson, who I think is a pretty interesting guy. So I'll go back to the beginning of that interview. And he talks about marrying the Goldie Hawn and very young, and tells a really funny story about how when they got married, she said she wanted an open marriage, which he thought meant they would just be open and honest with each other, but it turned out not to be quite that. So anyway, here's the whole thing. If I find the right button here, and I think I have it. Yeah. Okay.
Sit still. We have temporarily taken over your motion picture screens to bring you the following message. You're doomed!
Oh, there's the phone now. I wonder who that is. Oh. Hello?
Hello?
Bill?
Bill.
Hi, it's Craig
Hey,
Crawford.
Craig, how are you?
Yeah, and I got my partner David Blank on here. We call him Celebrity Guru Dave B on this to
Hey,
give him
Celebrity
a hip-hop
Guru.
sound. Hi. Bill Hudson, we tracked you down to talk about your startling book about your marriage to Goldie Hawn, but I know you recognize that last song clip from your days with the Hudson brothers, your real brothers, when you topped the charts when I was in high school, as a matter of fact. And then, but first, that clip from the movie Hysterical, which is a cult horror classic, and you guys must have had a blast doing that movie.
Well, we did. We had a lot of fun doing it, but it became this cult thing. These college kids started watching it, smoking their bongs and all that stuff, and they started getting into it. And I can't believe you opened with "You're Doomed," because I have been in a store or something, and some kid will come up to me and go, "You're doomed," and at first I didn't get it, and I thought, well, possibly, but then it hit me. It's from that movie.
What a perfect environment. Quiet, peaceful. Oh no, they're even reading my book here. That's okay. I've made the right decision. I feel creative already. Everything is going to be just fine.
Watch when you're driving, Slick. I'm sorry. You talking to me? You talking to me? I'm looking for Kate. Kate from the real estate office. Look, I'm looking for 1313 Cliffview.
Woo! Woo! He wants to know where the old lighthouse is!
He wants to go to the old lighthouse, which is hunting.
Great. I asked the village idiot.
Hi, I'm Ralph. They think I'm tetched, but I know something they don't know. You're doomed.
That became the famous line. You're doomed.
Definitely. Doomed.
Took over the country. Everybody was saying, "You're doomed."
You're still doomed! Oh, no!
The Rift, a town with...
Well, I think it's. I'll finish out this interview in future broadcasts of our 11 to noon show.
Okay. I was checking out Bill Hudson's wiki, and it's pretty skimpy, but about being alienated from his children, and that the ones by Goldie Hawn were basically raised by Hawn and Russell.
Yeah, and we get into that in that interview. I ask him all about that. He talks about Kate and their estrangement and all that. So now we'll just make this a teaser, and I'll play the rest of that in future broadcasts of our 11 to noon daily Trail Mix Live show.
Okay, you have a great Tuesday, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, and anybody who wants to get on Trail Mix and talk to us every day online on the website, it's trailmix.cc. We have a very easy way to get on there and talk. You don't have to do anything but make up a name for yourself. You don't have to put your email or web address or bank account numbers or anything. Go to trailmix.cc. It is .cc, not .com, and go into the comment section and talk to us. We talk every day, and we got a lot of fun people, and we argue sometimes, but we don't argue so much that we regret it the next day. Trailmix.cc. Go on over there and talk to us. But meanwhile, we'll be back here 11 a.m. tomorrow, as we are every day until we stop.